Dimmu just got the rough experience up against elephants, and now it's time to figure out whether he should avoid every zoo he ever comes across. Because Anatan is not playing Age of Empires, he's playing Zoo Tycoon. Elephants, and now the Camel Nation. Let's see if he can make it a 2-0 up to speedrun his way through to grand finals in this week of the Midweek Muster. Or maybe, just maybe, Benjamin has got some potent power to kick in on Dry Arabia. Decent Civ for it, right? I think Ottoman's been going up through the rankings in terms of tiering, right? There was a time where people would have ranked this maybe a year ago as like a C-tier Civ. Then the DLC came in and we saw some interesting strategies developing on the point of interest maps. All of a sudden, you start to talk about the power of the Ottomans. They got up to B-tier Civ. Then after that meta even, they go even higher as Pro Scouts dies down. I think at this point, a lot of people maybe peg them in like mid-A-tier pack. Really, really solid. Not quite on, I'd say, Japan's level, but definitely a Civ that can beat Ayabids, at least in terms of power rankings. The question is whether they can do it in the matchup. It's going to be a military school beginning from Ben. Yeah, no point going for a Rax rush here. Because, like, if Ayabids get harassed that hard off the gold, I mean, they could advancement. I mean, they should never need to, really. But the point is, upon age up, like, IU doesn't really necessarily need to straight up get gold. They can just recover afterwards. Not the end of the world if they had to add in an archery range. So we'll just get his full gluttony. I wonder if we're looking at growth here. Growth is nice because it just pads you against the Ottomans with their military schools in Age 2. And then obviously if you see an opportunity to rush castle, it sets you up to get there quicker. But not our boy Anno. No. He's always been a lover of this, the Logi Wing. And for good reason here. In this particular matchup, this is just better Imam play. Remember, the Ottomans, they have an eventual play in Feudal Age where they get 2 healers. And those healers have AoE healing. They don't heal themselves, however. They aren't on Camelback. And they don't provide a debuff. All of those things, the Dervishes do. So yeah, it does feel like you're getting scammed sometimes when you play Ottos into this type of position. And the cool thing now with this type of strategy for Anno is, like, let's say this is not a all-in Feudal game from Dimmu. Well, it doesn't matter then. He just doesn't play Age 2. He plays for Age 3. And then we'll have 2 Relic Gatherers in position to immediately get him ahead on the castle. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering with the new Civ how quick the Elephant Raiders are going to be. Like, dude, imagine if they're agile, like super fast little buggers. Madrasa coming through. Good positioning as well. Dimmu, I mean, I'm not surprised. He understands like exactly where you want to be placing these madrasas. You always want to be placing them on the side where the berries spawn closest to your TC. And this is something that Dimmu took serious from a very early point. I still remember casting with him back at Rebel Warlord Legacy, where he highlighted this detail. Like, it was a very important part of his strat because he didn't want to be exposed at all. And a nice spawn for it, right? It just bridges between the gold quite nicely, tree line as well. Like, overall, Dimmu got a decent spawn here, actually. Would have been nice to have had some backup deer options. Unfortunately, they both spawned forward. But Anno kind of got just as scammed. He only has 1 back berry, and it's in the middle of the open. The others are quite exposed here. Yeah. All right, predictions. How you guys looking? 83% for Dimmu. Well, we had the majority of percentage for him last time, and then they may be disappointed. Maybe this time. And yeah, this is, I mean, this could be fast castle Anno once, actually. you can't do anything. Like, it's pointless damage. At this point, you're hoping Anno isn't looking, and then you just try to kill the dervishes. But even that's difficult, man. He has to not be looking for a very long time. Is he just going to fast castle like this? He actually might. Ooh, pathing a little bit bad there for Anno, though. It's just so telling, but wait, Anno. Gluttonous, calm down. There's no way he goes all the way to Castle Age under this pressure, right? Like, surely he has to stop. You'd think. But it's the type of thing that makes you want to just stop thinking altogether. The Thud Spearman's about to arrive. That actually might be the convincer to Anatan that he needs to add something in. And there you go. He queues up a Desert Raider. And it is going to be an outpost now. Okay, he realizes, like, there's going to be mounting pressure here. But looks like he's convinced he wants to definitely go castle then. I feel like when you watch things like this, it does make the game look a little bit stupid. But, I mean, in fairness, can we just appreciate that other games have this type of, like, targeted healing, and it's not... It still allows for competitive formatting, right? And what I mean by that is, like, I mean, crap, guys. Think about, like, Team Fortress with the medic. It is an entire age up that he focused on doing this, right? So... This is where it gets kind of brutal, though. When a Desert Raider is able to just run you down and club you down one by one, a cavalry unit is able to kill spears like that, that's when it gets really ridiculous. I mean, I've seen French and John Pick just GG out at 9 minutes because of this. This is all it takes, actually. In some Civ matchups, Ibids can win a game with just this. Isn't that kind of crazy? And you already say, nah, KP, like you're like in hyperbole. No, seriously. This is the thing. Healing is just such a polarizing element of Age of Empires 4 because, you know, we acknowledge that, like, with certain things, everyone has to have access, like infantry, spearmen, whatever. But over the years, like, asymmetrical balance is hard to get right and is always going to rub someone up in the wrong way. Think about French knights. Think about English longbows. Those are the classics. But, you know, healing has always been that way, actually. It's just, I think it's become more Stockholm syndromed. We just kind of accept it more these days. And what I mean by that is, do you remember how outraged people were by, like, herbal medicine healing? That's the extreme example for sure. When you see a scholar topping people off now, unless it's like a Castle Age elephant, you don't go crazy about it. I think the problem with dervishes still is the fact that they, like, probably shouldn't heal on the go. And probably shouldn't heal themselves. Or, if they're gonna, these guys should be able to heal themselves. Because remember what we said, that this is just better healer versus worse healer? This is exactly how. Dervish is just substantially better than the Imam at this job, at this point in the game. But, of course, Dimmu does have a lot more firepower. Problem is that outpost now up makes it tricky. Dimmu's going to commit to the dive. Doesn't have undermesh, though. Bit problematic. And... Oh! Hold up. Hold up. It's a Gamba game? What is Anatan up to? With this spawn, he's going for Gamba Wing. Color me surprised. I'm shocked. What? It's a bit wild, actually, guys. Remember, we don't see it often. Tradewing Bazaar is the one that gives you a bunch of ticket options in your House of Wisdom, but it costs a lot of gold to get them. With this spawn, I am shocked that Anatan chose it. He's got double Ford gold. The other one's super far off in the corner. He trusts in the Dervish, I guess. This dive is problematic for Dimmu. Nice hit there, though. Gets rid of one of the Desert Raiders. We're a minute and 15 away from Mage up Van Antan. And I think Dimmu probably, like, suspects what's happening here. Like, it's a lot of gold focus from Anatan. Could be he's just scaling up Camel Lancer, sure. So what does he need to win this? I think for Anno, you probably want skirmishes. I don't think it serves you that well to get the swordsman just because they'll be too slow. Whereas the skirmishers can immediately just start counterplaying the archers and pushing this away. One Imam down. Kidding me? He got him on the edge there. And this is just jarring as well. With the fire armor, you don't get the quick timing on an outpost kill that you're looking for. Horseman getting queued up Anna as well, so he's going to look to do a retrieval act in a moment just to keep that outpost alive. Villagers will try and go for the... Wait, what? He didn't repair. He didn't repair at all. They just stood there. Oh, no. Goes down dervishes. They're frontlining. Nothing gets bonus damage against them other than spears, which don't exist here. End up losing a horseman. Kills the enemy scout, though. Age up about to complete. Dimmu. Has he got the edge here? Anatan is panic rushing onto stone now. Is he looking for a 2 TC play? Okay, so he ended up getting... No, dude, that shouldn't be legal. He just got triple Bedouin skirmisher. Oh my god, he's harvesting the stone to sell it. What? This is a landmark choice that either immediately loses you the game or wins you the game. And by god, I think Anno, has he just won it? I mean, it's tricky to say with Sapahi being against you, but it's a good stabilization point. Triple Bedouin Skirmisher. Got one more ticket to buy. I can't believe this. And, you know, to show how rare of an occurrence this is, we have a chat box that sits there. It never comes up, that it's in the way, that it's hiding anything that matters. This is like the one situation where it actually hides something that matters. But that's how rare Gamblewing is. No one ever goes it. 15 Bedouin Skirmishes. A reminder, these get bonus against light infantry, so they do hard counter archers. Gets the Imam snipe. Has to run away the line formation. As Camel Lance is now coming out, Timu needs to get out of jail card fast. Spearman's not going to be the one you're looking for here, guys. Like, this is actually broken. Bedouin Skirmishers in the Camel Lancers is a perfect complementary combo. The Skirmishers will counter crossbowmen, which are meant to counter the Lancers. They'll counter spears, which are meant to counter the Lancers. They'll counter archers. And then the Lancers just fill in the gap of providing a front line against light cav. Timu's got a hard game ahead of him. I know. With a little bit of breathing room, has decided it's finally relic time, so he'll be sneaking out to get the goodies home. Already has one on the way. Or rather, one already here, yeah. Timu's not done. He's coming in again. Yeah, the stone play was really smart by Anno, because that's the thing that you know is not going to be traded out. You're going to get good rates there. Your opponent can't grief the trade rates either. Gorgeous. Guess we're going to outpost up, won't be able to. Skirmish is very high base damage here, remember. 8 plus the 2. Sapahi, not really that tanky with just the 4 ranged armor. Plus the camel on knees, making it difficult for him to kill the front line fast enough. And love that reminder from Anno. Is he going to sneak away the dervish? Villagers rush up the outpost. We'll be able to get it online. I think there was an attempt to target them, but instead the archers were hitting skirmishes. Just to break through, but this looks grim now. Timu has at least saved up what he needs for an age up. He's forced him out of time. It's not the end of the world. But guys, this is wave 1. Anno is about to roll again in 5 seconds. And sweet Jesus of RNG, we got to have a look. Is he going to get it? He gets 2 more? Okay, I just realized, my bad. I tried to switch so my face wasn't in the way, and we still have my face in the way. He just got 2 more. He got double skirmisher and Bedouin swordsman this time. And food. I'm trying to check if I've got a scene that just has nothing showing so I can show you. This one, maybe? No, that's not going to work either. If Anno makes this a thing, I'm going to have to fix all my scenes now. Oh my god. Oh, I know what can show it. Here you go, guys. Ready? It's a little bit scuffed. Look. 2 Bedouin, 1 swordsman, 2 skirmishers, and then 1 food. I mean, he's not using it right now because he doesn't need more skirmishers, in theory. In actuality, they'd actually be pretty good here. Dimmer with the age up. What's the switch up going to be? Looks like it's going to be focusing archers. Okay, so actually, the skirmishers is perfect for Anatan. How does Gamble work? The Gamble wing, the way it works is every few minutes you will roll 4 tickets. And those tickets can be the skirmishers you see here. They can be the melee version called the Bedouin Swordsman here. They could be traders or they can be food, wood, and gold, wood and stone. And use gold to buy those. It's 350 gold per ticket for castle version. And this scales per age. So like, for example, each ticket is 2 Bedouin in age 2, but it's 5 in age 3. And the problem with this landmark has been the RNG of it. Like, I'm not exaggerating when I say it instantly wins you the game or loses you the game. Because if you just luck out, there's no play. But if fortune's on your side, it just rolls the game. It's the type of play that you make when you're up on the series, which is why Anno's done it here. Like, I would be very surprised to see him do this if this was like game 5, for example. A calming moment. What's Timu's upside after all this? He's about to get another Vizier point. Probably military schools, just inflate that. The rest of this does not look good, though. The relic game, right? Like, that's my chief concern for him. It's going to be bare minimum 4, but you can see that Anno's angling for a 5 relic game. He just spawned 2 more skirmisher groups. It's all the Owens. More Owens than you'll get in a rom-com roster of Owen Wilson films. The Badons just keep on coming. Did he pick this one up? He did. Yeah, so that's a 5 relic game, guys. Dimu in a very rough position here. He may have a few worker kills for an advantage. Militarily, this is tricky. He put his eggs in the archer basket. What Lily had in the cav is like resulting in a very underwhelming force to contest this. I don't think he was expecting this many more Bedoans. This time around, fortune is on Dimu's side. Yeah, it looks like Anno didn't roll more skirmishes. He got double wood, trader, and something else. I mean, this is crazy, actually. Like this is probably one of the cleaner ways of playing Gamba Wings. You can afford things if you go relics like this. You need so much gold for it to function. Clash coming in. Dimu now trying to scale into Janissaries, which is dicey against skirmishers. Skirmishers will do double damage against you. Yeah, reminder that with your health pool, you get killed in 5 javelins. That's all it takes. Still, good initial pushback. I think you just snipe these Jannies and go. The Camel Lances are uncounted now. Oh my god, yeah, they're already gone. The micro from Anno is so on point. Dimu, front line's been broken. Back line doesn't have the DPS. He can at least snipe down the Badon Swordsman. They'll take the bonus there being light melee. The Camel Lances that I'm concerned with, he doesn't have a solution to them still. A few crossbow coming out now. Remember, Dimu, we talked about his spawn here. It's Ford food. He needed map control. Can't really afford to be retreating from this deer location. I know he's overkilling. We started off a really good micro, and now we're just getting a bit, lazy or distracted, right? Everyone's killing 1 unit at a time. But even with that detail, it doesn't matter. It's a breakthrough. Comes to the chase. Villager's not reacting. I think Dimu feels done. He's been cooked, man. There's no move on the workers. Hangs around a bit too long. Anno now with the military lead, the eco lead. Secret Site, Relic lead. Like, is there anything he doesn't lead in? Deaths? Dimu does have passive production. A lot of it. I'm not sure it really... if this was Imperial, sure, it makes up the distance, but... Castle is another matter. I don't know what is meant to be doing here to get back... I'm sorry, I had to. They're just building up the siege now. I'm not sure why Anno's building mangoes, actually. Maybe he has too much gold? Farm's coming in behind this as well. He's got Montpellier and Swordsman to spawn. And skirmishers are kind of like jabs, but not quite. So they get bonus against light. So technically, like what javelins do, because they kill archers, they kill crossbows quicker. But obviously, javelins would be anything that's range classed. Whereas, for example, these guys wouldn't get bonus against desert raiders. And javelins would. But they have similar stats. They don't have the ranged armor level that you would. But really good range, decent move speed. Like, it's a good unit. If you can get this scaled, like if you get the RNG on your side, like he did and get the double contract, well, he got triple, right? I think the real reason why Anno went mangoes is just to kill the base. Manjaniques are super effective at sieging in, and when you play against Ottomans, they stack their buildings together like this. They have to for the efficiency. So that gives you a prime target for burning shots. Spy raid, nicely done. They're 2 times better than Malian jabs. Generically, yes. Situationally, there's like some weak points and like they have less ranged armor. But like overall, they are very powerful unit. Nice raid though. Dimu needed that. But, like the only thing that jabs would counter or rather get bonus against the skirmishers wouldn't, I'm pretty sure is things like Desert Raiders and Horse Archers. But even then, right, the other crazy thing is like when you think about the scaling of the bonus damage, it's just so high for the amount they get. And you can only access them by going for the Gamble Wing, the Bazaar. But here we go, guys. This is the burn shot we were talking about. It's a quick killer. Looks like we do have a point to Janissary Company. This is it. Dumu, do or die. Armies in a weird formation guarding the north side is now re-rallying towards the main. Dumu. Is he about to face off against more pain? I know. It looks like... Is this Golems? Might be. Anjanate's already getting rid of one of the military schools. A little bit of a weird snoop in there, unintentionally from the scout. Will somehow survive. The Manjanates do have to back up. The Janissary is converging. It's going to be a concave. I know, forced to stand his ground, but the Manjanate shots now spreading out. The skirmishers, they're not attacking that back line yet. Instead, he's panicking as the Sipahi rotated, looking for the siege kills. One Manjanate down. Maybe a second one to fall, but he doesn't get the final click. Ticks it down. Janissaries with the dive in, looking for the kill. Both sides have lost their melee. Anno does not retreat, though. He stands his ground with the skirms in range of the Janissaries. He's maybe a little bit too close to the sun here. Anno, despite the heavy losses on both sides, he can clear this fight up, but he needs to break away from the Janissaries. Right now, he's let Dumu get far too close. Ben has to retreat now. Janissary count down to just 7. There is only counterplay against this Camel Lancer wave. Anno has fully reinvested. Needs to get more gold to allow for this. I think that's where the Gamma Wing griefs you a little. Maybe just some horsemen to fill the gaps, but you need the veterancy to make that justifiable. The Rax isn't being used for Golems at all. It's actually going to be spears. Damn. I think that's about as good of a fight as Dumu could ask for, though. He didn't get the full wipe, but he got rid of the siege and the skirms. So it gives him a leg to stand on here. Until Anno remembers that he's got tickets waiting. It looks like he actually didn't get the RNG this time. It's stone, food, and traders. Still, this might just be a good old-fashioned Lancer game now. I mean, Dumu, he just doesn't have the bulk of Janissaries you'd expect after that fight. They die so fast to just archers. Springles also get countered by archers. Like, these Springles don't really counter anything directly right now. They're not getting bonus against archers. They're getting sniped down instead. Sipahi will try and react to that, but Dumu just lost practically all siege. You can see Anno just doing everything he can to enable camels. Still flowing a lot of food. If he can just find a way to put that to work, he should be able to put this game to bed. But I love the resilience of Dumu. It's like, I'm not dead yet. He is going to have to make a long run to the south side to secure more deer. So it will be a gap in gathering for him. Meanwhile, remember, Anatan has been setting up more and more farms. He doesn't have the same problems with food that Dumu does. Could have been buying the traders. I don't like the trader play that often. When you're trying to aggro, if you're going for the traders, you're contradicting your goal. Trader tickets says, I'm not attacking anymore, right? I'm scaling Eco. And Iabid's is a tempo-based civ. You see he doesn't want to let Dumu get cozy. In the Vizier points, we had the Imam plus the sheep, and then military campus into Janissary. We haven't had another one yet. Next up, usually is like the Great Bombard is the final one most people go for. Whether it'd be worth it here. I mean, extensive fortifications could be cool. Gives you the option for a 2 DC play on the cheap. Gives you extra anti-armor against Golem camels. Golems, great reaction to the backstab there. Golems love fighting Sipahi. They don't have any melee armor. Zimu in desperation, trying to gather on the front line. I'll give it to him. Like, Springhorns, they may not be countering anything direct. Oh, they are now, the Golems, right? But before that, like, the values, they just come out so fast. Backstab. Nice rotation. Dimu gets some damage in there. I'll give it to, like, before the Springhorns were kind of underwhelming, but the Golems are a bit of a waste now for Anno. They're dying so fast. Nice choke point hold, the one Imam. Good spread heal. Double outpost doing a lot here also. Dumu is not dead. Yeah, and you're starting to see how the game went from, like, insane power spike for Anno into, just like an eye of the game. Right, like, this is the weird thing about the trade wing. Getting Fast Castle into 15+ units off of just a landmark, really, really good. But as you start to scale deeper into the age, you know, getting 5 units for a ticket isn't a great deal. Because your economy is so big, you could probably build 10 units in that same time. 15, 20 units. Still, even with this day of execution, Dumu hasn't solved the food issue. Right? He's done a great job to fight back. And I think you'll know it's not over yet, because until he secures food, there's this big question mark looming over his 35-minute timer here. Not just that, we are down to 2 minutes on the clock. That's right, it's been grinding the entire time. I don't even know how it got down this low with like 0 guard on the sacred sites, but Dumu should have the capability of putting that to a close now. Camel Lancers are going to try to frustrate though. Janissary, not many. Only 4 in the formation, and now the backstab comes in. Camel Lancers, they reach the siege. Dumu, he steps up and looks to get slapped back here. He's got the opportunity to push past with his limited remaining Sipahi. I know, he's still got the production, but he's not using this units. However, the A-clicks, they're griefing Ben right now. He doesn't have full firepower, but he does have spring replacements coming in. He's also starting to pause that timer down to 1 minute 30 on the clock. We've got extra production nearby the stables, not to mention the fact the racks have started to reach just to the edge of the base here. I know hard camping on this site could offer up a world in which Dumu just sneaks the flanks, but for now, both players are fully fixated on this. It's a race to 0, it feels like. Dumu, I think he's lacking the front line now, though. Workers may need to bail on this. Outpost not going to be going up. Dumu sacks the workers. Tries to hide inside, but the siege shelter betrays him. Does have fortifications now coming through. As the dive pass for Anatad, ignoring the spring replacements. He goes straight after the siege. Decides against it when he sees the Janissaries, but the timer is now down to just 1 minute on the clock for an Anatan Iabid victory. Is Dumu's army up to scratch? Can he do it? Lancers recommit. Archer count good enough to one-hit kill the Janissaries. Dumu, he doesn't have quite enough firepower to kill the Lancers off. It's all gone. And now a trickle of troops in. I mean, sure, the spring placements are frustrating here, but somehow Anatan just brute forcing his way through. And what a way to lock it in. As he began his journey in this game with skirmishers, he will end it as well. 2 more groups spawning out to guarantee that desperation will lead to death. Dumu rushes another outpost up. Sipahi try to rotate around the back, but it's starting to feel futile here. Workers in a panic, shuffling onto the sacred site. Dumu, even if he lived through this, what will you look like on the other side? Battered, beaten, and bruised. And on top of that, likely dead. 7 seconds until an Anno victory. He's cleared it for the final time. An epic game number 2. Gambling into a sacred site clutch up to give you a chef de la kiss experience between these two.